welcome to the Ville, Yankeeville. Welcome everyone back to the channel. It's David here. If you're a return subscriber, thank you for coming back to the channel. And if you're new here, I hope after the video you like it, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. But let's get into the video. The Yankees are terrible right now. There's no other words to really put into perspective about how the Yankees are playing and showing up on the field besides those words. The Yankees have just been a symbol of inconsistency and just poor execution overall. So, I mean, what else can I really say? Let's just get into it. The Yankees, at this point, they have a 10-9 record, and they've lost 7 of the last 9 games. They started the season 8-2, which was very promising. I remember the beginning of the season. Well, it is the beginning of the season, but through 10 games, I was like, okay, the Yankees, getting off to a good start, 8-2. We've definitely seen them get off to these hot starts before, but we definitely haven't seen a decline come this fast or this early in the season. Usually, as what people, discuss, the June swoon, as what, fans discuss when it comes to the Yankees. We're in April and we're already plateauing and going on a losing streak. So it's definitely very, very concerning. The offense is non-existent. As far as just consistent production, it falls off a cliff after the 5th hitter in the lineup. So basically after Stanton, good luck. Whether you're going to get some contact, where you're going to get a home run here and there, you're going to get a ton of strikeouts. You can definitely expect that, but as far as consistent production, it's not there. Not even from Jazz. Jazz has been consistently in the 6 hole. He's been bad as well. He hasn't hit any home runs. He's not hitting for any contact. He's hitting below 200. He just looks very lost out there. I think he's pressing because of the contract, but he looks lost. So, like I said, after 5, it's a black hole. You don't know what you're getting from game to game. Jose Caballero has picked it up a little, but everybody else, Austin Wells, like I said, Jazz, Brian McMahon, all these guys are just, it's a whole lot of nothing. It's very, very, very frustrating right now, but I'm sure everyone sees the same exact thing when we start to get to that bottom of the lineup. Heavy reliance on the platoons. The platoons have been just insane. The only platoon that has really worked is Ahmed Rosario for Ryan McMahon. I mean, I think at this point, anyone hitting over Ryan McMahon would be a success story. Ryan McMahon is hitting barely over 100. He got over 100 finally, guys. He did pull together a few hits in the last few games to get over 100. That's how bad he's been. So Ahmed Rosario has definitely, stepped up. He definitely had a clutch game, where he hit those 2 home runs. Ahmed Rosario, defensively, he's pretty average, but that's all we need there. I would trade a little bit of that defense for more offensive capabilities. Rosario, to this point, he's hitting in the high 200s. I think he's hitting like 270, 280. He was hitting over 300 at one point. And, he's hit for a little power. He's provided some contact, and he's played pretty average defense at third. But he has provided a presence in the lineup that Ryan McMahon does not present. Now, Paul Goldschmidt, when he is in the lineup, he has been solid. But that is a conflict. Paul Goldschmidt should not be taking playing time away from Ben Rice. This is something that we discussed at the very beginning of the season, or actually in the offseason, that this is Ben Rice's time. He should be playing in the lineup every single day, righty or lefty. You can't take at-bats away from Ben Rice because he's that good. He will be an all-star this year. I predicted this in the offseason, and I'm looking correct at this point. The man is hitting. He's hitting over 300, over 1,000 OPS, and he's looked like the second best hitter on the team behind Judge. So, I mean, technically you can argue he's been better than Judge at this point. Besides, from this past series with Judge hitting 4 home runs. Now, when it comes to basically the batting stats for, since we're only through 19 games, this is kind of how we're looking. Obviously, like what we said, Ben Rice, he's leading the way right now. He has over 1,000 OPS. The man's hitting like 327. He's hit 5 home runs. Aaron Judge, he's been turning on, 8 home runs, hitting. The average is low, but he's hitting 236 with a 918 OPS. And then Paul Goldschmidt, a limited time, 7 games, he's hitting 188. Not very good average wise, but he has a home run, 3 RBIs, and he has an 850 OPS. So he has been doing this thing a little bit in a platoon role. Average is pretty low though. Rosario, he's hitting 265. He has 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. He has an 827 OPS. I would take that any day of the week over Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon is giving us absolutely nothing offensively. So Ahmed Rosario would definitely take that. I hope to see him more in the lineup because it's frustrating seeing Ryan McMahon out there. So Stanton, he's kind of cooled off a little bit, but he's hitting 273, 742 OPS. He hit a home run today. His power has been kind of down. Before today, he only had 1 home run. That's not very Stanton-like. So I hope that it's no injuries or anything like that are coming up. And, he just hasn't, produced as far as power-wise. Hopefully he does, pick it up as it does become a little warmer. The man has immense power still, and he's hitting the ball as hard as ever. So hopefully the power numbers do come up. Cody Bellinger he's been pretty mediocre at this point, literally. He's hitting 246, about league average. OPS is 700. He only has 1 home run, 6 RBIs. Cody has to play better. He's playing pretty mediocre for a guy that just signed a pretty big contract. So we definitely want to see more production out of Cody. We haven't seen too much. Trent Grisham, aside from that pinch hit game with the 2 home runs, he's been terrible. He's only hitting 155. Granted, he has been a little unlucky. He has hit some balls hard, but he's been bad. He only has a 630 OPS. Speaking of bad, Austin Wells, he's hitting under 200 as well. 191 with a 610 OPS. He only has 1 home run. Jose Caballero, I will give him a little bit of a pass. He's been hitting a little better as of late, but only 222 average. At the bottom of the line, he's the only guy with over 200 average. That tells you something. He has a 602 OPS. He has a home run. And then Jazz. 179 average with the 510 OPS. He has no home runs. He is still in a lot of bases. He has 8. He's tied for the lead with Jose Caballero on the team. So that is a positive when he is getting on base, but it hasn't been much. Ryan McMahon, what is there to discuss? The man's hitting 119. He has a 379 OPS. He has a negative WAR already. He has a negative .4 WAR through 19 games. He has been terrible. Terrible. I don't know what else to say about Ryan McMahon. Either he starts to hit offensively or the noise will get louder and louder. He's been getting booed. Every time he strikes out, he's getting booed. The Yankee fans are already tired of it, and we're only about to be 20 games in, so it's only going to get louder. Defensively, I will never have any complaints about him defensively unless, Boone plays him out of position at shortstop. But third base wise, his offensive capabilities are limited. Randall Grichuk, there's nothing to discuss, man. He's hitting under 100, .063. I believe he has 1 hit. Same with JC Escarra, 1 hit. JC Escarra, obviously, he's a catcher that fills in from time to time, every 5th day. So limited expectations for him. Now, pitching wise, it's a pretty mixed bag. As far as starters, Max Fried has been pretty good. His last start ballooned his ERA with the 5 earned runs, but Will Warren has been good. Cam Schlittler has been good. Overall, the starters have been pretty good. The problem is where you look at the bullpen. The highest ERAs, obviously they pitch less innings, so the ERAs will be a little higher. But when it comes to just overall them in key situations and spots, these guys are not executing. As far as like Ryan Yarbrough, Jake Bird, Jake Bird's actually not on here, but those caliber of relievers that have been coming in 6th through 7th inning mark around there have been horrible. They're coming in, giving up 1, 2, 3 runs, and whatever the starter did instantly gets erased because of the bullpen efforts. The bullpen has not been able to retain leads. The bullpen is just out there at this point. They're just eating innings. So overall, these guys have been pretty lackluster. Doval has been bad, 7.3 ERA. Jake Bird, like I said, terrible. Chavy, I mean, he only pitched 1 game, so we'll give him a pass, but he did give up a home run to Trout. Yarbrough's bad. Bednar has been up and down. Just the whole bullpen has been up and down. The only guys that I really have faith in at this point, Tim Hill. Tim Hill has been our best lefty since we acquired him a few years ago. I have nothing but faith in him. Brent Hedrick, he actually been pretty solid as well. I mean, he has one of the lowest ERAs out of the bullpen at this point. And then Fernando Cruz, the walks have been a little alarming, but his splitter is just filthy. Sometimes he overthrows a little bit, and that's what leads to some of the walks, but I have faith in Fernando Cruz coming in the key spot, whether that's the 6th inning, 7th inning, 8th inning. I have faith in him. So that's kind of what the pitching's looking like. Overall, the ERA is at 3.27. It's a little misleading because most of that is carried from the starters being so efficient. I mean, if you look at the starters, 3 of the starters have under a 3 ERA. The starters have been doing their thing. Now, when it comes to the batting splits, this also tells you a little bit of the struggles to this point. Overall, the team is hitting 212, way below league average. I believe league average is in the 240s at this point. But the OPS only at a 686. At home, we're hitting 204, but away, we're hitting 220. I mean, the OPS is higher at home because we have hit more home runs. We hit more home runs at home. We all know why, because of the dimensions and just the way we tailor our swings there. But day and night, literally day and night, when it comes to some of their hitting splits, they hit better at night for some reason. And day, they can't hit anything. They're hitting under 200 with under 700 OPS. Now, this is also very alarming. The lefty and righty splits. Maybe this is why Boone is heavily relying on the platoons, but to this point, it hasn't worked. Against the lefties, they're only hitting 144 with under 500 OPS, with over 160 at-bats. It's not like it's a limited sample size. It's almost it's almost half the amount of the at-bats that they're getting from righties. About 40% worth. They're not hitting. They're not hitting against the lefties. The lefties are eating the Yankees alive. So at this point, we do need to try Ben Rice hitting against lefties. He literally just hit a home run today. So the platoons, they haven't been working at this point. Now, when it comes to the injuries, obviously the 10-9 start is attributed some because of the injuries that have happened before the season. You know, Carlos Rodon, he's looking to start his rehab assignment pretty soon. Obviously, he had the elbow injury where he had to get it cleared up. He's looking to start his rehab assignment. Hopefully, he does come back in the next month or two. Same with Garrett Cole. He's starting his rehab assignment in AA on Friday. So that should be really, really good. I might have to, tune in for that one. Clark Schmidt, who's been pretty consistently injured, but he is a key guy that does eat a lot of innings towards the end of the rotation. He's on a 60-day IL. He threw a bullpen on Friday. We'll definitely see when he comes back. I think he's projected to come back around like August. Volpe, everyone's favorite. Volpe, we really don't know where production will get out of him. He is slated to come back very soon. He's already starting to rehab in AA, and we're definitely going to see him sooner than later. So Caballero, we don't know what his future really looks like in the lineup. Now, like I said, some of the issues have been spurred from sitting Ben Rice. Ben Rice has been getting sat down against lefties. The numbers disprove that. I mean, the platoons haven't worked. We need to have Ben Rice hit against lefties. The only way he can hit against lefties is to actually hit against lefties. You can't, say, oh, he can't hit against lefties and then sit him on the bench every single time. He has to hit against lefties. He's one of the best hitters in the league to this point. He needs to hit. Righties, lefties, it does not matter. You don't sit your best players because he's a little worse against one side. He has to get better. And like I already discussed, the bullpen blows leads that create deficits. It's just very chaotic when it comes to this bullpen. And then also what we discussed with the unproven arms in the bullpen, Jake Burrs, the Yarboroughs, all those guys are really killing the overall flow of the team. We're having a lot of inconsistencies. The bullpen wasn't addressed during the offseason. It was just a patch job. Just throw a Band-Aid on it. We'll address it towards the middle of the season. We got to address it now. If the bullpen does not be addressed, the bullpen is only going to get worse. We're not going to be able to hold any leads. If a starting pitcher goes 6 innings and only gives up 1 to 2 runs, and the bullpen comes in here and we only have a 2 or 3 run lead, most chances is that lead is going to be gone. we're going to be either tied or we're going to be in a deficit. That's to the point of the bullpen right now. You don't know what you're getting. And the home run or bust mentality has definitely continued. You see it in the scores. One game we scored 10 runs, 11 runs. The next game we scored 1 run because the home run ball is not working for us. The team is too heavily invested on hitting home runs. We don't hit enough contact. We just overall have had this mentality for so many years now, and it does not work. It works when everyone is hitting home runs, we look like the best team in the league. But if the home runs are not going over the fence and we're just flying out to left, right, center, what are we really doing? We strike out some of the highest rates in the league, and yes, we hit a lot of fly balls, but if the fly balls don't leave anywhere, it's just an out. The guys don't hit for enough contact, and the best teams do hit for contact, like the Blue Jays, the Dodgers. All those teams hit for contact. Yes, they hit for power as well, but we were literally beat by a contact first team in the Blue Jays. We definitely saw how it does help, and it does tend to curb some of those cold streaks from hitting home runs. But overall, the Yankees, very disappointing. We're just terrible at this point. 10-9. Hopefully it does improve. I mean, obviously I love my team. I always have faith in my team, but I gotta call a spade a spade. We're bad. We're bad at this point. So hopefully we do improve. Hopefully it is a good series against the Royals. But let me know down below, were my points valid? Did I leave anything out? How do you feel about the Yankees to this point? And hope to see you in the next one. Welcome to the Ville, Yankeeville.